And welcome back to the show, Sayla. A lot of people have been wondering where you've been. They've seen you making cameo appearances in the vlog when you're helping me out with different things on the farm. But you haven't said much in the vlog lately.
No.
But it's good to have you back. And I bet you're wondering why Sayla's hair is all wet. And I'm a little wet here in this rain jacket here. And we both were outside getting wet because it's raining again. And we were taking care of our new chickens, gathering the eggs. And we recently got 50 chickens. And for those of you who don't know, our family left the city life. We sold pretty much everything we had to start a farm out here in the country. But one of the things, the straw that broke the camel's back, that really gave me the pride to get a farm, start a farm and leave the city, was chickens. Yep, chickens. Where we lived in the city, the ordinances would not allow us to have chickens. And once I found out that we couldn't have chickens, I said, all right, we're leaving. We're going out to the country to start a farm, set up this crazy thing called a yurt, and we're gonna farm. We're gonna raise chickens. So that's what we did. And we've been raising, our population for chickens has fluctuated. We've had as many as 100, and we've gone down to about 15, 20. But we recently got 50 chickens.
Yep, and the other day we were preparing for these chickens.
We were. I had to bring out some new fencing from our Premier One fencing that we use. And setting it up was quite the challenge. And we don't have a bunch of pastured, actually we don't have pastured area really at all. So our chickens are more like forest chickens. I like to call them jungle chickens. So I like to, this area that we're building and making more of a food forest area, we're really running the chickens and the ducks through there right now to really help that prepare that area. And for the past couple years, the chickens have been doing an excellent job getting rid of a lot of the vines and unwanted plants and things that are growing in there, so that way we can get it out. We have some persimmon trees in there right now, and we really are trying to thin that area out, thin out and cull out all the trees that really don't need to be in there, so that way the persimmons can just grow and flourish and the branches can go out and they can bear fruit because they're able to get the sunlight. So the chickens are helping us to really clean up that area. So, but right now it's still not all the way there yet. We're still making some progress. So right now I'm weaving, I had to weave some of the fencing around different trees, and at the same time I was cutting a couple of trees down. I couldn't find my good saw, so I brought out this old saw. As I was cutting one of these small trees down, the saw broke on me. Remember that?
Yeah.
I was like, man, the saw broke. So it is what it is. But I set the fence up.
Yep, but you didn't like it, so you put it back up again.
Yep, took it down, set it up again. I didn't like that way either. So I did it again. At that time, the mulch pile was kind of in the way, so I kind of had to refigure some things. Set it up again. Finally, I got the fence pretty much the way I wanted it to be and felt comfortable with it. So after that, I pulled in our chicken tractors that we're going to use for these new chickens. Pulled in one. And then the other one was way down the hill. And I actually really could use some help bringing it up because it was so far away and it's quite challenging. Needs a little bit of work on it too. So Lacey wasn't available to help out, so Sayla and Josiah tried to help me at first, but they weren't able to do it. So what did I do?
You went under it.
I went under the chicken tractor and I carried that thing on my back.
Yeah, and you look like a giant box turtle.
You do what you have to do to get the job, what?
Done.
Bang. So I tapped into my inner Ninja Turtle and just carried it up there and said, turtle power. The chickens that we bought are from a farm right down the road from us. They're called Creekside Farm, and they're owned and operated by our friends Chad and Faith. And they raise meat birds and cows and hogs, but they raise their chickens for eggs and for meat production. Here on our farm, we just use the chickens for eggs. And the chickens that we got from them were just right at a year old. So we're looking to bring them on and have them on our farm and have egg production good egg production for at least a year. But as we were there, Chad was showing us around the farm.
Yeah, and when we were there, we saw some really cute baby pigs.
The hogs were huge, and seeing those little cute babies, whew.
The babies were tiny compared to the mommies.
They were. And they were just eating it up. They were just drinking up that milk.
Then after that, we saw some chicks.
Yeah, they're raising a couple hundred chicks. I don't even know how many Chad said, but he's got quite a few. And he also showed us where their egg layers are right now inside their chicken coop. They have them inside in the winter, and then they bring them outdoors. Once the temperatures warm up, things dry out.
Yep.
So Chad helped me load up 50 birds, and we came back to our farm. We were unloading the chickens. It was pretty much close to sunset, and that's part of my plan. It really helps the chickens transition once they kind of, if you bring them in around the evening time, so that way they can sleep, and then they wake up to a new area. It's like, oh wow, it's like we've been here all along. So some of the chickens I put in the chickshaw with our older chickens and ducks, put them right directly in there. They really don't notice the difference when you do it at night. And then the other chickens, we put in the new area that I set up for them. Still waiting to get a chickshaw for them. Thought I would have it by now, just don't have it yet. So they will have a chickshaw coming soon. So after we got them all tucked in and ready to go to bed, we went to bed. And then the next morning, I was really eager to go outside and check on them. So I got up pretty early, made sure they had the water that they needed and the food that they needed, let them out. And I was really happy to see that they were all getting along. No one was really fighting. I was slightly concerned about our older chickens fighting with the newer ones, but nope, they did just fine. I've done this before, but sometimes it could be a little tricky. Sometimes they accept the chickens easier than others, but this time worked out really, really well. They didn't seem to have any issues with pecking order. It seemed to work that out pretty quickly. But it's pretty neat. And we just tried to make their new home as comfortable and as pleasant as possible so they would enjoy their new home.
I woke up that morning and I was really excited to see the chickens. But after I started watching them for a while, some of them started to get out.
Yeah, you were hanging out with those chickens like you wanted to be a chicken or something. Sometimes I think you do. You get really connected with some of the animals. That's pretty cool. But as some of them were getting out, we decided it was time to clip some wings. So we clipped a few of their wings, especially the ones that were showing signs of wanting to jump, and some of the ones that already jumped up and got out. We did that. And you clipped some wings too? This was your first time clipping some wings.
I clipped my own chicken's wings.
Sure did. You did a great job. So you're an 8-year-old who can clip some chicken's wings. There you go. Well, other than that, I think we're adjusting pretty well, and we're handling the new chickens pretty well. Continuing to add mulch just to make their area as dry and easy to deal with and less muddy as they can deal with. So it's definitely been the challenge. But super excited to have these new chickens here on our farm, and they're already producing some good eggs for us. Isn't that right?
Yep.
But that's it for now. Stay tuned, and if you haven't subscribed already, subscribe to our channel, and we would love to have you join us each time we release a new video.
Well, that's it for this vlog. See you next time, and
Grow on! Also, make sure you share this video with others, like, and subscribe.
Bye!
I felt like Turtle Man. Turtle Man! How did you feel when you went outside to see the chickens?
Excited.
Well, say that. Say, I felt excited to see the new chickens that morning.
I felt excited.
You gotta pull yourself together. You can go out. You can go like this. You can say, I went outside. I was super happy when I woke up that morning, and I went outside and I saw all those chickens. I was just like, woo! This is like a pot of chickens everywhere, like a pot of gold. Chickens everywhere. Chicken paradise. I loved it. I just wanted to be a chicken that day. I was a chicken in my mind. Till some of them started jumping out of the fence. I don't know why they left. We had to get them and bring them back. I clipped their wings and they stayed. But I was still a chicken. Go.
Yep, and the other day we were.
Slow your voice down. You got mud on your face too?
Ah, you're being dirt in my eye.
You got dirty. Alright, here we go.
Yep, and the other day we were preparing.
Slow your voice
Yep,
down.
and the other day. Yep, and the other day we were preparing for these chickens.
Say it again. Slow prepare. Say prepare. Say prepare. Whoa. Say preparing a little bit slower.